In the world, there exists an amazing city called Zootopia. It is inhabited by animals who have long forgotten their instincts and habits and now live in peace and harmony with each other. Here, sheep can fly to space, tigers can work in an office, and bunnies can become police officers. A little bunny named Judy dreams of working in the police force, but her mom and dad aren't sure it's a good idea. It's safer to go to a carrot farm than risk her life. But Judy disagrees with them. She notices a local bully, a young fox named Gideon, picking on a group of little lambs, and she stands up for the weak. The cocky fox throws her to the ground and scratches her cheek. Poor thing can't do anything about it. 15 years later, Judy joins the police academy. She learns that Zootopia is divided into 12 precincts so all animals can feel comfortable. The young bunny undergoes incredibly challenging training and overcomes numerous obstacles. She also faces constant teasing and bullying. But Judy doesn't give up. Day by day, she grows stronger and graduates from the police academy with honors. She is assigned to serve in the city's central police precinct. It's a big success. Her parents are proud of their daughter, but they still really worry about her. Judy moves to the heart of Zootopia. It is an amazing, beautiful city filled with diverse animals, unique plants, and towering buildings. Our little heroine observes the residents with fascination and rents a tiny room with dirty wallpapers and noisy neighbors. In the morning, Judy hurries to her new job. However, the police don't take such tiny offices seriously. The team is made up of real pros who are big, strong, and brave. So on her first day, Judy is assigned not to catch criminals, but to write parking tickets. Our little protagonist does an excellent job. She's swift and nimble, not letting any violators slip away. Suddenly, Judy notices a suspicious fox named Nick and follows him. He's trying to buy a giant ice pop at an elephant shop for his child, but they won't sell it to him since they only serve elephants. Judy wants to help, so she threatens the vendors with a health inspection and buys the huge ice pop for the fox herself. Nick thanks her gratefully and leaves with his child. However, Judy soon realizes that Nick tricked her. Along with his partner, a fennec fox pretending to be the child, he melts down a giant ice pop into many paw-shaped popsicles, sells them to the lemmings, and then takes the wooden sticks to resell to rodents for construction purposes. Judy is furious. She wants to arrest the con artist, but technically speaking, Nick hasn't broken any laws. He even has all the necessary paperwork. Nick tells the bunny that no one in Zootopia cares about her dreams, and she'll never make a good cop. This leaves our tiny Judy in despair. On the second day, Judy is back to ticketing, though without much enthusiasm. Besides, drivers constantly threaten her. Suddenly, a large boar asks for help. His store has been robbed. Judy immediately takes off in pursuit of the thief. He's very fast, but so is the bunny. She not only has to chase the criminal, but also save Zootopia's smallest residents along the way. Judy catches the thief, delivering him to the police station. It turned out to be a weasel named Duke. He has stolen bulbs of a poisonous plant. However, instead of praise, Police Chief Bogo scolds Judy, reminding her that she's only supposed to issue tickets. At that moment, Mrs. Otteran enters, explaining that her husband Emmett has been missing for over 10 days, along with 13 other city residents. Judy wants to help her, but Bogo opposes it, and even wants to fire her for not listening to orders. Mrs. Bellwether steps in. She is the assistant mayor of Zootopia's mayor Leodore Lionheart. Since Chief Bogo must listen to her, he agrees to let Judy take on the case on one condition. If she doesn't find Mr. Otteran in 2 days, she'll have to resign from the force. Judy learns there are no clues or witnesses to the abduction. There is only the last photo of Emmett, where he's seen eating ice cream that Nick sells. Judy tracks down the sly fox. With a clever trick, she records Nick's confession on her pen recorder, where he admits to not paying taxes on his sales. The bunny promises to keep it a secret if he helps her. It turns out that Emmett Otteran was last seen at the nudist club, and as you can imagine, all the animals there go around without any clothes on. Oh dear. Judy and Nick manage to find the plate number of the car Otteran left in. But there's a problem. Judy doesn't have access to the database. Nick is once again forced to help. He has a buddy who works at the DMV, a sloth named Flash. But sloths are very slow. Because of this, they manage to get the needed information only by late evening. The car is registered in the Tundra Town district. Judy and Nick head there and find a vehicle. Inside, there are lots of scratches, some bear fur, Mr. Otteran's driver's license, and a glass tumbler. Unfortunately, our characters are immediately captured by polar bears. They work for the local mob boss. Nick and Judy are brought before the Arctic shrew nicknamed Mr. Big. Long ago, the fox sold him some skunk fur rug, and ever since, the boss has hated him and now wants to ice them both. Mr. Big's daughter comes to the rescue. During the chase with Duke, Judy saved her life. So the big boss agrees to spare our animals, but first they must attend his daughter's wedding. Mr. Big reveals that Otteran was his personal florist. About 10 days ago, Otteran was on his way to see him, but suddenly went savage, attacked the driver and disappeared. Judy and Nick head to the Rainforest district to find the limo driver, a jaguar named Mankas. The jaguar explains that Mr. Otteran attacked him, screaming something about night howlers, and then ran off. Suddenly, Mankas also goes savage and attacks our heroes. Judy saves Nick from the furious predator, cuffs him to the bridge and calls for backup. However, she and the fox are sent falling off the bridge together. Luckily, tree branches and lianas break their fall. Chief Bogo arrives with his officers. They go up onto the bridge and only see that the jaguar has vanished without a trace. Chief Bogo becomes furious and demands that Judy hands over her police badge. Nick steps in to defend his friend, reminding Bogo that they still have 10 hours left. Nick confides that as a child, he dreamed of joining the Junior Ranger Scouts, but instead they muzzled him and chased him away because he was a fox. Since then, he decided to behave like a sly, shameless, cunning fox. Suddenly, Nick realizes that they could track down Mankas using surveillance cameras. Judy asks for help from Assistant Mayor Bellwether. She and Nick gain access to all the footage and see that the jaguar was taken by a group of wolves, who seem to be those very night howlers. Using the security footage, Judy and Nick follow the wolves to a large laboratory outside the city, guarded by those same wolves. Our brave heroes sneak inside and find many of the city's missing residents, including Mr. Otteran. The problem is that they've all gone savage. Suddenly, Mayor Leodore Lionheart walks in, scolding the scientists for failing to cure the crazed animals. Judy records his words on the voice recorder. The animals escape through the sewer and report everything to the police. Mayor Lionheart is arrested on suspicion of orchestrating the abductions. An emergency press conference is held at the police station. Judy states that all the feral animals were predators. It seems they can't resist their nature and will always display aggression. Hearing this, Nick is deeply hurt by his friend's words and walks away. Tensions grow in the city. Feral animals begin attacking others, and soon all predators face prejudice. Only the local pop star, Gazelle, stands up for them. Miss Bellwether is appointed by the new mayor of Zootopia. She offers Judy the position of the public face of the ZPD. However, Judy feels deep remorse about her words regarding the predators, so she declines the new role, resigns from the police force and returns home to work at the family farm. There, she meets the former bully, a fox named Gideon, who has grown up and started selling bakeries. He reveals to Judy that the night howlers are not wolves but poisonous flowers. It turns out that these flowers can make both predators and prey go savage. Judy immediately returns to Zootopia. First, she finds Nick and apologizes for her past comments. The friends get reconciled and decide to continue their investigation. They track down the weasel Duke who was stealing the poisonous flower bulbs. With the help of Mr. Big's intimidating tactics, they get the name of the client from Duke. It's a ram named Doug. Our characters locate the devious ram and discover that he was using extracts from the poisonous flowers to carry out requests to eliminate various predators. Judy and Nick steal the lab wagon where Doug lived and worked, and after a chase, the wagon crashes and explodes. Nick manages to save a suitcase with the poisonous extract. This is the most crucial piece of evidence. Our animals attempt to escape through the Zootopia museum, where they encounter Miss Bellwether. She immediately orders her henchmen to capture the fox and the bunny. It turns out this seemingly sweet sheep was the mastermind behind it all. With all the poisonous serum, she intends to turn prey animals against the predators, and also take revenge on the former Mayor Lionheart for his poor treatment of her. During the chase, Judy injures her paw badly, and Miss Bellwether's henchmen catch up with them. The cunning sheep shoots Nick with a capsule of the poisonous extract, hoping that the enraged fox will attack Judy. However, our heroes had managed to swap the capsule with a blueberry beforehand, so Nick only pretends to go wild, and he does it very convincingly. Thus, Judy and Nick trick Miss Bellwether into confessing her guilt and revealing all her sinister plans. Judy records her words on a voice recorder. The devious sheep tries to escape, but the police arrest her. The villain is jailed, the former mayor is freed, and all the animals who went savage are successfully cured. Nick joins the police force. Now he and Judy are not only best friends, but also official partners. They are sent their first case together, which is tracking down a dangerous speeder racing through the city street. They find and catch up with the culprit, and it turns out to be Flash the Sloth.